for another episode of Blind Panther Presents. Today we shall be discussing, oh my bad, there you go, BMF, as we talk about season 4, episode 5, and Purdy got shot. I don't know if that's part of the real history. I don't know, but we'll get in all that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video, comment on the video, share the video, all that kind of stuff. Either way, listen.
Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I gotta do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological, really entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, like on the video and comment as soon as possible.
Yes, we hope all you guys have a happy 4th of July, and that we're all back, and we'll talk about that. Actually, we'll talk about the Shy when we get to the Shy, and historically what happens on the 4th of July. But anyway, we'll talk about Detroit right now. Let's go to Jemani. Thank you, Jemani, hanging out with us. What do you think of BMF, sir?
Oh, I thought I was watching an episode of Supercell with Lamar, getting it going right there. Yeah, I gotta really say I love what DeMarcus said in the chat. I can't top that. Ash Larry,
as Chris would say. Yes, thank you. At least one of these unnecessary characters is off the board, and hopefully Lamar will be next. Because goddamn, like they got nothing else to do with this show, huh?
Like he got shot in the shoulder blades, and it went out the other side, and he can still lift up a grown man and put him in a crematorium.
He got sickle cell with the superpowers. To your point, and he got shot in both shoulders. But goddamn, one of them is bleeding and affected. He's like, I was like, what?
That's the same thing I was thinking.
Right, Kim?
Yeah.
Like, what happened to the shoulder?
Yeah. I have no idea. Because I remember they showed him and he was like, pow, pow. And I was like, okay. How does he get out of this one? Yeah.
What happened to the colostomy bag?
Oh, that got healed between seasons. I mean, he explained.
I mean, I guess my point is
nothing can stop Lamar. Nothing can stop Lamar. He's shitting on himself, and now he's Superman.
Next week.
What does this mean?
July 11th.
Huh?
You said Superman, and I said July 11th in theaters only.
Yay! We'll talk about that when the time. About Lamar's return, and what does this mean for the Flannery boys?
I mean, yeah, I don't know if anyone ever thought he was dead to begin with. To be honest with you, I mean, again, this is a whole unique thing. It's straight up, the only difference is they didn't wait until the last episode to be surprised. I mean, it's unfortunate because that kind of shows how desperate BMF kind of needs Lamar at this point, because that's really what it is. It's you're just desperate. You're just desperate to not have them just go straight up into get into their own record label and all the stuff they're doing both in Atlanta and then LA, and straight up, oh snap, Lamar is back. Like, no, like, damn, like that's I don't know, it's kind of sad, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it. Like, he's a really great actor. I mean, he's really great at the role. But are you telling me you can't build up another character who's just as ruthless as Lamar? It tells me that you can't, essentially,
Or not just ruthless, charismatic, like engaging, like it's so many layers to him that they created such a good character.
It's not just song as he's killing you. I mean, there's that.
Right, like what? I mean, everybody has bars like that. Nobody can serenade you as they throw you into a furnace.
I guess maybe next season we need to cast like Jennifer Hudson.
I mean, but too bad there will be another season. Maybe she'll be in the spinoff. Then we got Lamar is a super thug. But He got to have the super
Yeah, he
serum.
can't die, man.
He's got to have the super serum at this point.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. I mean, I truly think he's going to take out B Mickey first and foremost. You know, now that he got his happy ending in the sense of like he's married now, and his daughter's fixed. All that's left is him being dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. So that we won't speak of right now. When you get married, you know, what about your family? Who do you want to leave someone? And that's what he did. He got married, you know, and straight up now, like, you know, he's dead. He's dead. Yeah. He's dead. Lamar's gonna come.
Yeah.
And the difference is when he gets shot in the shoulder, because he's just like a stick, it will go like a huge hole is going to be gaping out. Like his arm's going to be flailing off. That's how small and much of a stick figure he is. So they better not have like an actual try to have him fight B Mickey, because that would be the worst shit ever. That straight up like Reg getting his ass kicked by Emmett type level in the sit. You know what I mean? You know, but even worse. You know, that's just,
that don't make any sense. But we'll discuss that in the next video, sir. Yeah. In the next video, sir.
Yeah.
Let's give him all right. So what do you think about the demise of Ashley Larry and yeah. Uh-oh, you're muted?
Sorry, I'm muted because my grandson is right here and he's talking a lot. So, but anyway, so yeah, it's, to me, it's ridiculous. Like, why are you holding on to Lamar? Let this man go. Bring in another. I'm sure there were more than just Lamar after, Terry and Meech. This is ridiculous that only one villain, so to speak, is all they can come up with. That's ridiculous. It's like we understand that. Like, why do they keep bringing it back? So I was kind of like, oh my god, why? Like this whole episode, I was annoyed. It just, yeah. So yeah, and Ashley Larry getting thrown in there. I'm not understanding how he was able to do that with 2 holes in his shoulder that only one is bleeding. I'm like, even when he took his shirt off, we didn't see anything on the shoulder. So I'm like, so I guess they forgot. Makeup, forgot. Oh, he has 2, shoulders that should be bleeding. So yeah, I thought it was ridiculous.
He got shot in this. Did they say, or we just?
There's no sense of time.
No.
There's no sense of time. So we can't. I really gotta give my heart to the poor actress who had to sit there with her titties out just for no reason. Like, this was completely unnecessary. I'm like, we already know Ashley Larry was a pervert. This is his last scene. We don't need to be reminded that he's a necrophiliac.
Like, I'm not sure how shit. They just love Bad Boys too, and they're just like, let's so.
But like, even then, it's like, what's supposed to do with these dead titties? Like, I mean, it was a good scene. Like, it did it once. They did it once. They did this shit a few times with this dude. I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, I'm like, then I can't even feel bad that he's about to get put in the furnace. Like, I want to feel bad, but then I'm like, he touches dead women, so I'm like, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I think, man, is that the emotion they wanted us to have? I don't know. These are all things. Let's get into death, then we'll transition to life. Nicole being pregnant will help Lucille with the welfare.
Yeah.
I love it.
Home, yeah.
That's probably the only way she's gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
You got 2 working adults. I'm not sure why you need it. Well, not anymore, because Charles' hand got broke. So now he can't go on tour. This is how they're gonna get him out of it. Now his hand is broke. I'm like, oh. I was like, okay, I get it. Jamar, let's get Jamar. What do you think about the baby to be? I mean, it happened kind of quickly, really.
I think that Nicole is Caesar, because she looked like she's trying to put that baby on Breeze, and Worm ain't all that, because I'm like, Breeze was able to jump out of that second floor window and make an escape, but he is hiding in the closet.
That's a picture of the house. Like, what the fuck is he standing? Like, I was like, it don't make sense. And then Nicole, if she was sucking and blowing, she wouldn't be in this situation. Like, I mean, she said it. I thought she put those skills to work. And what do we get? Pregnant. Her brothers have what, 3 to 4 illegitimate children between them.
Well, yeah, I was like, we didn't see Meech's kids in like 2 seasons. So I'm like, why did she like? I can't go to school anymore. I'm like, why can't she get her brothers to give her the money? You know, because they owe her, because you know, for the whole car situation.
Yeah.
To get a nanny or something like that, or to pay for daycare or something while she goes to school. I'm like, it's not that hard. And Charles is like, oh, you know, I gotta hawk my guitar, whatever. I'm like, you can't just ask Terry for the money to get your guitar out of Hawk.
These are all good points. They act like they don't have very wealthy sons or brothers.
I don't
that, like I said, got themselves in the situation.
I'm like, what do you call it? Lucille was ready to pawn the fur or whatever, and then her friend said, "Oh, do the ring instead." So I'm like, I don't know why she's not even hard up for money.
Can I make a note on what Jamani just said? So all of a sudden he's going back to the pawn shop to get his guitar, and then just miraculously he looks down and he sees the wedding ring that he gave Lucille. Come on, people. Are we serious?
Only one pawn shop in Detroit. It's only one pawn shop in the hood.
That was pointed.
That's what you had a problem with. What I had a problem with is he's haggling over him raising the price. He sees the ring and he's like, you know, that you know, he says, well, that must be a sad guy who lost out on that. And he's like, oh, that was yours? All right. Just give me the guitar. And the guy gives him the guitar. What happened to the price hike?
No, he gave him more money.
Yeah, no, yeah, he did.
Yeah, the father gave him more money.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
So he had the money. So what was he haggling for then?
You can just haggle. I mean, I'm about to say, if you might have $200 in your pocket, but if you think something costs $100 that shouldn't cost $100, should be $85, I'm argue down. You know, so he had the money, he just didn't want to spend that money. You know what I mean? He's like, I gave it to you not too long ago for this price, and now you're trying to tell me this. Nah, why is that? Now, if anything, to your point, I thought after the dude saw, I was like, oh damn, that oh man, like once he realized that it belonged to Charles, I thought he'd be like, you know what, you can have it at the regular price that you sold it to me for. Like I thought that's what he was gonna do, and he's like, nah, give me what was owed, you know, just like if I ask you for 5,000, you only come up to me with 4,000, we're gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? You might get your ass kicked. So, oops, wrong.
As far as his hand situation, right?
What's up?
His hand situation, right? I'm like, this was so foreshadowed because last episode he was like, yeah, B Mickey, I can come over to your house and do what I haven't done at my house for the past 4 seasons, and because I'm indie. And you know, all this stuff with, you know, he's beating people up and stuff like that. And he's like, I was defending you. No, the guy took a swing at me. I was defending myself. But all this stuff with his hand, and then he gets his hand crushed. I'm like, man, you lucked up. That tour didn't seem like, you know, like it was all that short, like a short deal or whatever, because they canceled it before anything like that. I'm like, you got a good workers' comp claim now.
And tours don't last forever. Tours don't be lasting forever. I don't understand why he be acting like, yo, I'm on tour and that's it. Like, nah.
Like this is a career. That's a job. That's a
yeah. I don't even know one artist that even does it. Like Bruno Mars is the only person I know that do like doing like whole.
But even then, it ends.
You know what I mean?
Like it will end. Yeah. Like you're not part of a band.
Yeah,
you're on a tour. Like you, and you giving up.
Right.
But Giovanni, to your point, that's workman's comp. I'll be suing the fuck out of GM. Like he distracted me, and that's why I hurt my hand. Like I was like, I'll be suing the fuck out of everybody in there. Like I would never have to work again. I mean, after my son's eye gets fucked up, and then he gets to sue. I'm not sure why Charles is like, I'm owning this factory in a little bit. I'm sure that didn't happen in real life, but I mean, but that should have happened. Maria could be Little Meech's mother. That would be weird if Little Meech played the scene where he was conceived, like that. I don't know if I would do that as an actor. I don't know if I'd be like, I'm fucking my symbolic mother, and then making me like in
that's kind of like Marty McFly kissing his mother in Back to the Future, and when he, you know what I mean,
and being like.
But isn't that like Jason Lee in the Bruce Lee movie, in Into the Dragon, whatever?
What? Well, no, he didn't play his dad.
Yes, he did.
No, that was. I know who you're talking about. He looks like him. I don't think that was him though. You talking about Enter the Dragon? No, that wasn't. That wasn't
him. Because like Jason Lee died during The Crow. So like I don't.
Oh, you mean Brandon Lee? You talking about Brandon Lee?
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Brandon Lee died. Yeah, I think Brandon Lee died before that movie came out. I think.
Either way, who Meech is here?
I don't know. Marcus, you know everything. DeMarcus.
Is this woman? Like, why are we talking about this? DeMarcus is Little Meech having pretend sex with his future mama? Is that what's happening? And if so, why are we seeing this?
I hope that's not
Maria
it.
Was Terry's love interest in the last episode of Grownish. Really? And now she's Meech's in BMF. Wow. That's how small the acting. I didn't watch Grownish, but I will tell you.
I do have
local
I do have to say something though.
Yeah.
Now that you said that about the whole like screwing his symbolic mother, it would need to happen though, because I'm just saying it would need to happen because then we have to explain like we just all of a sudden he's just going to go in the back room unless like he said, hey, I was like, hey, I'm gonna holler at so and so, like whatever his mom's at, and then they reemerge or something
off camera. I don't need graphic ass out, legs open, titties. Yeah. I don't need that. This is supposed to be the character that's representing my mama. Like I wouldn't do that. Like I would not do that. Like I would make it much more romantic and off camera. But I mean, it was quite graphic. I don't know how long it's been since I saw the graphic sexual warning on an episode.
I'll tell you this: if that is what happened, then I could understand the drug abuse that he needs to go to rehab afterwards.
It was too much. It was too much playing the scene. 50 was like, you need to do this yourself.
Which one was more graphic? That one or just seeing his bare buttocks when he was talking to his brother? You know what I mean? Like.
That's a lot of ass. It's just a lot of ass cheeks. And I'm like, it's a double marriage.
I was like, he's taking a bath outside like he's Beth from Yellowstone.
Oh, true. Good callback. Was that season one? Season one of Yellowstone.
Which one? What we doing?
Well, she was told the truth to Lucille.
Yeah, but she told the truth to Lucille, who gets in trouble for having sex than anything else. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, what Nicole said wasn't false either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was all facts.
It was all facts. You know what I mean? It's just ironic. You know what I mean? You know, that's. You know,
and the fact that Nicole Flannery is helping create this show and create this storyline where it's like, I'm my own woman. I want birth control. I kind of knew how to stop this from happening. And then she becomes a teenage mother. Like, why are you
No,
doing this
after last season, this really pisses me off. No, last season, her saying that she's not a fuck up like the brothers and the mother, and she's more responsible and she's not gonna get knocked up. I'm like, all right, so she graduated from high school, which is the first one in the family, which is like,
yeah,
how the fuck did that happen? But yeah, so she did that. Oh well, she has to raise a kid and go to college at the same time, like a vast majority of women. Like she's an adult now, so like it's not like
But I do like your point, Jamani, that in this particular situation, she does have financial resources that her brother should be able, like, hey, we can get you a babysitter. Like one of these strippers at Paradise should be able to watch a kid. How about Terry's baby mama watching? I mean, what else is she doing? So how about you watch her
No. She's in school too.
and then, like, and be
Remember,
like,
she's in cosmetology school.
she graduated or she dropped out. She's not actually. So she either graduated or she dropped out because she tried to get another job
okay.
right now. So it was one of them. It was one of them. But anyway, but I just, again, Big Meech's, like Little Meech's, whatever. Meech's baby mama, like what is she doing? But anyway, they can hire a babysitter.
What the hell is Worm doing? Worm is just driving her from work back home.
That's a full-time job. I'm not kidding. He probably, if this was a real show, he got it as the the angels of the black community or some shit. Like they would have killed this character. But like, notice with the kid. Once again, why we keep on going back to Mexico? They had nothing to do with anything. They just happened to be there when Loco happened to probably kill this kid. And they tried to save the kid. But what you gonna do?
No, Terry tried to save the kid.
Huh?
Terry was the only one that was trying to save that kid.
And that's why Terry's telling this story. And but Little Beach didn't do anything either. But Purdy's deal signed, what happens? Neither one of them have weapons. They just happen to be there, and no one gets hurt because they would not be responsible for anyone being killed. They just got
as corny as it was. I did like that scene. Like, I did have this dream and yada yada yada. And if you don't sign this, you can make my dreams come true.
You make my dreams come true. It was a good scene. I mean, I give it to you. But again, if this was a real show, boy would got his ass whooped. Like there would have been some hands thrown, maybe like someone got their hand stabbed. Like they would have made it more oomph, but they just got to be like, you just happen to be here, buddy.
But I'm like, this was all nonsense because I'm like, we've been seeing for like the past 3-4 episodes this chick sniffing, and I'm thinking, all right, she's gonna OD, she's gonna get a hold of a package and snort something up, or something's gonna go missing. None of that meant anything.
Nope.
What was the purpose of her being on coke? Nothing.
All right, maybe one of you know what happened to the artist that she's supposed to be representing. Did she really get shot? Didn't she? Wherever the fuck? I don't know. Did any of this actually happen? Where one of their first artists got shot in the strip club for some reason? And again, as Jamani very well points out, like, there was a lot of cocaine use. I thought, again, heart attack right there on the stage. None of this happened. Why are we doing this? Like, I don't And then the whole story about the molester stepfather and shit. I'm like, why are we? I'm like, did Tyler Perry write this shit? Like, why?
No, that's just a staple of every 50 Cent show. That was in Raising Kanan. It's just a staple.
You know what? Just like Tyler Perry. And they both have production. Hey, you're right. I don't understand why this was even. I'm not sure. I stopped singing because then Terrell saved me, but then he also abused me. So now we got like, what's love got to do with it? I guess. And I'm like, and then she becomes a cocaine hit, and then she gets shot, and I'm like, why are we? Is this Selena? Like, no, that's a different story. But I felt like we're trying to channel Selena for a little bit. I was like, this is what we do. LaWanda got a job working at the city. That's the all right. Okay. Came on Bodyguard and Trill gave me P. Diddy and Wolf vibes. I don't know who Wolf is in this situation.
Wolf is the Diddy's security guard who got killed when he had a confrontation with Meech when he shot him.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. See, I don't know. They kept using old tropes. Yes, they do the same tired old tropes. I'm just like, what are we trying to achieve? Are we trying to again? This only works if she dies, right? That she's a tragic person who finally came up out of music, and then she dies. BMF, because I didn't even know they had another record label before BMF. I didn't know that, so I'm actually learning something in that sense. But when does BMF start? Because they need to wrap this shit up. Like let's get to federal level. Like they're not federal level. They're local right now. They're very small time. They're federal.
They're moving cross state lines.
Nobody knows them. Is my point. It's only Brian. Brian's the only. It's like he's chasing the Incredible Hulk, and he's the only one that knows he exists. And it's like, I know they're real. Who? The BMF. I don't. What are you talking about? No, look. And then like he just chases them from around.
No, he's more like Captain A from Moby Dick. Like he's like, this is my white whale.
Because they're moving that white girl. Good work, Jimani. I like that. Never trust a white girl. Anyway, all right, Chris. In this series, if this was, I don't know, the final season, like what are we where we need to be?
Well, I mean, we gotta get them like actually kind of talking to a lot of these big artists. They need to actually be in the record label, not just like throwing around chains like they are. I don't know. It doesn't feel complete. It feels like it's like they're just doing like a bootleg thing. It's not even real. It's like a mixed.
Which is what they're doing, actually.
But that's the 90s. You gotta wait till they get into the 2000s. That's when they had the billboards and
We're in season. Was this 4? Like, come on, man. Like,
yeah. This is.
They thought they had 10 seasons or something to do this show. I'm like,
maybe. I personally want to see like the voices that we hear, and then like with the grown up. I want to see them. I want to see I want the show to be with the grown up Terry, that put on weight, a little bit of weight, and Meech when he got the cornrows. I don't know.
We're never gonna see that though.
But like I want. You're right though. So if they were scaling this thing out and they knew this was the final season, like they would be in the 2000s by now. So let's talk about Boom. As much as I was upset about this scene, I love the fact this is the very first time I've seen the character answer and they showed the how Jimmy the Lock. They actually showed it. Instead of saying stupid shit like "you can't stop me" and "I bought this house," yeah, but I changed the locks. I still don't answer the question. How did you get in here? So like I appreciate that. What did you think I said when he bent La over? What went through my mind? Where them kids? I said, where are your kids? I like she been running around with cops and drug dealers and giving hand jobs probably. Where are them kids? Also, the dress was looking kind of nice. So I was like,
it was daytime, wasn't it?
But also, when he bent her over and said, "Can you feel this?" I was like, if you got to ask, I don't think she can.
That's a good question. You should never have to ask that question. And then she was like, "Oh, Nikki." It's behind you. But Kim, what did you?
Yeah.
What you think of this? Go.
Yeah, I thought it. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, eventually, Boom is gonna die of a massive heart attack anyway. So, but I just thought it was a ridiculous scene. I was like, I don't know. I think I'm just tired of seeing Markeisha. What is she adding to the story? Absolutely nothing. So I'm like, okay, fine. That's what she's adding. Her body.
I think this is a very interesting storyline because I'm like, he's out of prison just that quick. He's snitching.
That's a good point too. They want to get into that. That would be a good line. Boom will be fast when he finds out that Terry bought the house that Markeisha's living in. That's also true. That would be a very good way to go with this particular storyline. As I said before, Lala does not need any more close-ups because the face was scaring me. Like, I mean, like maybe because my TV was too big.
Something
like,
going on
right
with her
here,
face.
There's
you know what? I noticed it on the
there's
shot
something.
because for some reason, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk about the show we're going to do next, but if for some reason they keep doing like that spotlight thing, like they did it when Felicia Rashad's character came on. It was like this big spotlight on her head, and I was like, "Why do you keep doing that?" They did it to Tracy when she was sitting on the couch, and then they did it to what was her? Oh, I've got
Dominique.
Dominique. Yeah.
Dominique.
I was like, what is happening with her? I mean, she did lose a lot of weight, but her face looks a little off.
It just, especially, I don't know, for some reason in this particular series, like it don't look like back that shit all the way up. Like, why are we doing this? When she went to, and then it's probably just me, but she kind of reminded me of a molester. Like when she was kissing Terry, when she's like, "It's okay, baby. Is that all right?" He's like, "Yes, mommy." I was like, this don't feel. It don't feel right. I just felt weird. Like, it's okay, baby. You can trust me. I'm like, oh, this is not. I felt dirty. I felt dirty for Terry. I know he grown and everything. I still felt like he's been taken advantage of somehow. Markeisha is probably gonna end up killing Boom because he's gonna be in the Snowfall spinoff. Again, I don't think the show's going that long. I'm pretty sure that, like, 50 said this is the last season. That is like social media fact. Like, he said that. Like, it's a whole different level. That's. I feel bad for that. I felt real, like they say, men, like boys can't, like teenage boys can't really be like, molested. I was like, yes, they can. Like when I watched that movie, I was like, yes, they can. I felt real bad for that kid. I really did. But anyway, just the whole vibe just seems off. With that, we got Callie. Oh, what's up? I wonder if Jen. Oh, go after Mo from moving to Cali Kush when Meech and Terry head to California. If they were actually going to get another season and we're going to see that happening, they could bring her character back, and that could be a thing. I don't know if that's. Let's see what else we got. So Loco snitching on Jay Pusha out of his great loyalty for Meech. How do you feel about this? How much of this is real? Chris, thoughts? Is Jay Pusha going to die before the?
Sorry. Yeah, of course. I think he definitely is. What episode are we on? Episode 4? No, 5. Was that episode 5?
5.
And we got 5 left. Give or take.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say, you know what, maybe because they're kind of moving him kind of in the back at the moment. It might be, if not the next episode, maybe episode 7. Yeah, he's definitely out. There's no way he lives through.
And then we got, but then we also got the whole, he's sending Sterling Black supposed to took out Jay Pusha and his right hand man Sean for snaking Meech and Loco. I didn't understand the whole conversation on the phone. I was very confused with the lingo. I was like, the cook can't cook, but then also the other cooks wants to chef some shit. And I was
he's basically said the first conversation and the second conversation you couldn't understand.
The second conversation was completely like, what the fuck are we even talking about right now? Like,
the second conversation was like, we gotta just take out the whole organization because we can't get the second, like the lieutenant or whatever to take him out. So we just got to take that whole thing out and take over.
Yes,
St. Louis.
So it's funny you should bring that up. I thought he was saying that the crew doesn't trust the deputy either, so therefore they just both need to go. Not that the deputy wouldn't be on board with taking out Jay Pusha, and therefore that's why both of them need to go. I kind of got that part. I just couldn't figure out why, and I was like, "What?" But none of this is developed. None of it. Besides from Jay Pusha and his grill, I couldn't tell you another person in St. Louis. And like,
well, I could tell you, I was annoyed that they didn't bring Cash Doll back from last season. And who cares about his gambling brother, Jay Pusha's gambling brother, or whatever? They say he's throwing crip signs when he throws fastballs or whatever.
Because his hands fucked up, or in real life?
No, in the show.
Oh, because hands fucked up. I don't know. Kim, do you have any thoughts about St. Louis or anything about the show that might typically?
Sorry. Yes, it's they're only showing they do with the grill. That's it. Other than that, I don't know who. I don't even know who who this dude runs with. Like and then why is he by himself doing a drop? Like if he's a boss, you would think there'd be more people around him, right? You went to go meet a boss and you're by yourself. That doesn't even make sense. And that I was like, that is that how it normally goes? I didn't think so.
At some level, it could be that BMF has not established themselves as a violent organization that you have to worry about Meech and Terry. Like it's and you've already seen that really to be like there's going to be consequences that they're scared of Meech and Terry. Like it's like Jay Pusha was like, we can easily just take their place. And I'm like, then what does that say about them as a drug organization? Is what I'm saying. It's a weird message, to me.
I think it's because, like you always say, they're trying to keep Terry and Meech's the real Meech and Terry keep their hands clean. Don't want to really show that bodies were dropped, right? So they can't. Even when Wolf was killed, Meech didn't go to jail for that because basically it was self-defense because it was a shootout. So he didn't go to jail for that. He did get shot in the butt though. But that's the only thing that we know happened in real life is that that violence happened and somebody died. Other than that, they're not going to talk about bodies dropping. They're not going to show it either. So
it's just irritating. Wait a minute. Audio is choppy. Is that for all of us? Please let me know. Anybody else? The code talk over the phone is ridiculous. It is, especially when we have not even established that anyone's listening, because no one is listening. Like not even Bryant. Like he just got lucky with the stripper giving hand jobs that she got caught. They're really pushing this Olympics thing. Like everything revolves around the Olympics. It's like, hey, yes, it is choppy. Oh, my bad. All right. I don't know what to do about that.
Is it choppy for all of us?
Yes, audio is choppy for so for the entire panel. We will. I don't know. I'm sorry about this. It could be the platform. There were some issues with StreamYard. They were saying. I don't know. It's ironic that Charles broke his hand and loses his finger. Carlos' finger. A lot of hand issues.
Maybe the
yes,
Star Wars fans. I don't know. Just like how Marvel did the thing. They did the whole phase where people were hands
losing body parts.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, so anyway, what do you think about Charles's new boo saying that I can't be with you because you beat up my stalker ex-husband, and therefore, what does that mean?
I thought that was a power move by her, because I've seen it many a times where a girl will go with the guy who gets beat up just so that they can have the power in the relationship now, because any disagreement is that's why you got your ass whooped, and they have the power dynamic in the relationship. So that was a power move by her, but she must have been a victim of domestic violence or something, because she's able to get violent even though he's not even getting remotely violent with her.
That would be better by line. That's how she took it. But Chris, what are your thoughts as you were?
I did kind of think what she was saying sounded a little crazy until I thought about it. I relived that scene when Charles just did not stop. And yeah, I'm sorry. That is one thing if obviously the dude swung first, you swing back, and you do a follow-up. This dude Charles didn't stop. He kept going and going and going. Like, I'm sorry, that's a little much. And I get it. People black out, you know what I mean, when they get angry or whatnot. But if it ain't anything short, hey, what's up, little guy? Hey,
I too want to be in review. Please.
I mean, because all he did was hit him once, right? It would have been one thing. Now, if all of a sudden the dude like hit your kid or like ran over your kid or something like that, okay, that's justifiable. Like what you saw him do. I mean, matter of fact, you stomp him. Well, you know what I mean. You do a couple of one punch or whatever, I don't know that warranted all of that. You know what I mean? That was something where it was like, obviously he had a lot of stuff built up. So I can so when I revisited that, I was like, I understood why she was like kind of freaked out. I get it. You know, her ex-husband, you know, was very violent too. But that's probably why she's trying to stay away from men like that. And I'm sorry, you see someone do that, that's for her, it's kind of a sign that shit, that could be me. Like, yes, he's defending an argument. Will he go too far with me as well?
So, and again, if she would have said it in that way, like I would have understood, and I would have took it better. Like I said, I can't be in that kind of relationship again. Like, you scared me. That's not the message I got from her. But that's and Velma's husband from Good Times.
What? You don't remember Thelma's husband? He was a he was a former football player. He was a big time football player, and then he hurt his leg.
Oh,
you know, hurt his leg. So that's like he messed up his leg big time. He was supposed to go pro.
Oh,
and they're like, my leg, my leg. And then, you know, yeah, and then yeah. So that I got the reference. Okay, I got it.
That's why we got a panel. That's why we got a panel. I'm like, I don't know. Kim, before we get to B Mickey proposing at the hospital, what do you think of Charles Sabu and her not?
You mean when Charles was beating him? Oh, you got to come back to me. I'll be right back.
It's all good.
I do appreciate. I'm still enjoying the stream. Nonetheless, we appreciate your support and technical issues. I don't know.
So
you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with Charles, I think Charles was taken out. I think Charles was like flashing back to the fact that that doctor or whoever it was trying to date his wife, and when that guy came walking up to him and like that's my woman or whatever, I think it kind of clicked for him. Like, really? And then he just, like took it out on the dude. He shouldn't have done that, but I mean, everybody's human, right? He made a mistake. He shouldn't have done it. But, other than that, I mean, I can see where she's coming from because she's thinking, oh, if you do that, you're violent. And so that's why she walked away. It's like when people, they show you certain behavior, you kind of back up like, wait a minute, I don't know about you, That's how I felt.
Right, like it's like, yeah, so it's like if you if you do this before, you can do this again, and that like, oh, you did a little bit too much. I'm just gonna run away from you, and then he just like leaves the restaurant or some shit. So now he has nowhere to eat. I mean, I don't know. I'm fundamentally struggling to accept the quality of this show. It's troublesome because they have shown us too much bullshit. Yes, with Terry talking to Mickey. Crazy meet scenes with love interests are boring. You're right. It's sad when the love scene is like, why we doing any of this shit? And again, we relatively know the story like this is based on, and there's a lot of quality events that they can bring up if they can just get there. Like, they can't get past themselves with some of this. I want to talk about the hospital scene because I was like, why the fuck are we doing this? Because as cute as that little girl is, can anyone tell me what is wrong with her? Okay, right? We have no idea what's medically wrong with her besides she needs oxygen. We have no idea how much the procedure cost or what her procedure was. So this whole ER situation, we're like, oh my God, is she fine? Why is she still in surgery? What is she in surgery for? What was she doing in there? Like I want to get.
Well, they did set it up. He was in St. Louis and he was trailing Jay Push or whatever. And he was like, I gotta be there for her surgery. And he was asking Lucille for the money for the surgery. So they had laid the groundwork.
What is the surgery?
Yeah, do you know what it's about? Like, what disease or organ or whatever it is. Like they never said what was wrong with this little girl.
Right?
Oxygen deficiency.
Deficiency.
Oxygen
I
deficiency.
mean, it's like, no, seriously.
Real?
Like,
She needs surgery for that?
I mean,
Like-
we don't know. Is it cancer? Is it tumor? Is it like these things matter? And then I'm not looking for Watson, MD, but I'm like, if we're gonna spend this much time, and they spend a lot of time in this waiting room, we need to know. Like we saw Terry get shot in the eye, so we know why he was in surgery, and therefore we're worried about. And we actually, but like
we needed a reason for Lucille and Charles to have a conversation about the ring, and for Lucille to play fake pastor, to be Mickey. And I was like, she's like, oh, you know, we must say positive things because she can hear you or whatever. I was like, that sounds like she dead.
Right. Well, they're praying for her. It's like she was in
for anybody talking or feeling any sort of energy. I was like, yeah, that just sounds like the person's dead. And you're like, they can hear us.
I think spiritually, if they were in this, to your point, if they were in her room and she was recovering, and it's like, oh my God, like therefore she could hear us, and we're speaking to we're speaking to the angels, and we're praying for the doc. But you're right, Jemima. It's that like they wanted a reason for Lucille to her own story. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And then for Charles to be like, hey, you pawned my ring. Hey, Charles, you fucked around on me from a woman at church. Did you tell your new girlfriend that? Did you happen to mention that? Like where that bitch came from? Church. And well,
you know what was missing? What was missing is B. Mickey proposed when he proposed with this ring he found at the pawn shop. And then both Lucille and Charles just look at it and they're like looking at each other like
that is good.
That's what should have happened.
That would have been great.
That's what should have happened.
Hey, man, I got this on discount, you know. So they got it from this poor woman and this sorry sap who came in looking for a guitar. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know who they are, but like his loss is our gain, baby. This is our blessing, motherfucker. That's fine. And also, hey, Joanne, I said the same thing. He was like, "Would you be my witness?" Of course. You didn't come fix my house. Like I can't trust y'all to do shit. And
so,
it's like, but like for him to be like,
have any money, so he wasn't able to pay for his child's surgery or even contribute to it. But he had money to buy the girl a ring. So I'm guessing this ring is like
probably a Jewish zirconium.
Well, to both of your points is that Lucille gave him church money, unknown amount for unknown surgery price. Then BMF gave him a stacks of stacks, unknown amount of money for the unknown surgery. So you don't know how much.
And he got them extra shifts at the job. At the plant.
Yes, right. He said, "I let you work." Wait. I thought that was Charles.
No, they both work there now. Remember, he said,
"Yeah."
I told everybody
okay,
the surgery went well and everything.
So we don't know though, like what again? Basic shit. She was health issues just like the mother. Did they say that? And what were those issues? I would have loved again. Just give me a doctor. This is what she got. This is how long the surgery is supposed to be. So we can feel the situation, and then we can feel for them. Because then, to your point, Lucille and Charles made this whole event about them, and that made them look more like assholes. I'm like, it's B. Mickey who then murdered his first baby mama. And it was like, I can't let my baby go because I killed the last one. Like, no. What? Did you kill your last one? Look, girl, kill is relative. You know what I'm saying? I shot her. I mean, I didn't know that she was pregnant. That came later. The shy, that came later.
No, I was thinking power.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, you're right. That's Tommy. That's some Tommy shit right there. No, you're right. You're right with that.
Or Holly.
But executed better. But yes. But I don't. Again, I'm really upset with them trying to make Lucille and Charles relevant, as we said almost every week, and especially with this particular scene where this is a poor child who's something's wrong with her. I guess she's gonna be fine. And we don't need praise dancing. We don't need praise dancing. Like we need we need some drug dealers. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm asking for a couple of keys, a couple of bullets, and like, let's get this story moving. I don't need to see drug dealers having out CDs like at Freaknik or some shit. Has Freaknik 96 happened? It's supposed to be like
no. They said last episode was episode 4 was the Source Awards 95, which happened in August of 1995.
All right. I feel like wasn't Outkast and CD like single handed out during Freaknik? I remember that during the Freaknik documentary. I don't remember which year it was, just for the record. But like, they didn't mention Outkast. I thought they would have more of a role. I was looking for more real music artists at this point. Is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they should be engaging.
No, I gotta stop you right there because that Tupac just killed it all. Last season with the Tupac, like just
it was trash. But if they're going to bother, I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna do the music thing, if this is turning into Power Book 3, like, let's like get some real music artists because this is a real Terry.
They never had a real music artist. They never actually had a real record label where they put out a successful artist. They had Blue Da Vinci.
That's the only one they had. That's why I don't know why this girl is like.
Yes.
To me, she looks like Aaliyah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm like, was Aaliyah on coke? Like, not that I would be shocked because a lot of these people do coke. I mean, they did, right? Even the older folks did coke, like just to stay up and go to city to city or whatever. But anyway, she looks like Aaliyah. Like, to me, I feel like that's what they're trying to do. And I don't remember any time that Aaliyah was around BMF. I mean, I think maybe there's a picture. There is a picture actually of her, but with other people and Meech, right? There's other people around. So I don't know, because like what Jemani said, the only one they had was Blue Da Vinci, and that's why the feds were like, "This is to launder money. This is not real. You have one artist, and that's it."
Thank you, Kim, for that reminder. It made no sense that Terry is clearly at an underground gambling facility, and it's like, yo, I'm here so I can get a clean money so I can write a check. And I'm like, that's not happening at this facility because this is not Vegas, bro. Like, there's no way you're getting any kind. Also, you got a church. Like, your mama got a church. Like, just give her the money, and then she can give you a check like she did to BMF.
No, she doesn't have a church. She's the head of the church, but like there's the what do you call it, the board of members that elected her to be the pastor. It's not her church, so to say. She's an employee. She's the top employee, but she's still an employee of the church.
I'm saying, after seeing the raking of money at the other church, it's just weird. I don't have
he has a restaurant. Why can he use the restaurant for clean money?
Good point. Like, just throw a party at the cafe, and somehow you made. In fact, how much money was even written on the fucking paper? Like, I'm tired of these deals, and we have no idea how much money is even being asked for, being given. None of this is explained. None of it. It's just, oh my God, this is a lot of money.
Every TV show is just, I'm gonna write a number on this piece of paper, and I'm gonna slide it over to you. And then somebody writes something and slides it back, and we never know.
We never know. Is he telling Charles he needs to pay child support for the Coles baby? What? I don't think that's how that works. Like,
that would be funny.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. But
that would be such a Lucille thing. That would be such a Lucille thing. Yeah.
She would be like, Charles, this is. Nope. I'm like, you better find Breeze, who's in college. I want to hit the show. Like, hey, baby. Hey, babe, I found a new college girl, and I gotta go. I'm sorry, baby. It's a freshman year. You know how it is. Click. I went to New York City. I started working with this guy named Kanan. to Jabani's joke. That's a good one. I just feel like I don't know why we're doing this shit. Again, I don't know how much it's based on real life, so maybe there's a way we have to get to her being a single mother. I think days later. after Aaliyah. They styled her after Aaliyah. They definitely styled her after Aaliyah. Definitely. I don't know why though. I don't think she's supposed to represent Aaliyah. But yeah, I think that's clearly what they were going for. I mean, even last episode and definitely this one, I was like, so now I wanted to look up Blue Da Vinci to see if she looked like Aaliyah. I don't know who she is at all. So
Blue Da Vinci is a guy.
It's a guy.
Oh, my fault. I mean, this is even more stupid. Like I thought there was a reason why she's a woman. Maybe she just maybe was she BMF or was she this first record label?
First record label. Because I've never heard of Stomping Ground Records.
No.
Okay, so is that true? I mean, did that really happen?
Don't know.
She's
I've never heard of it.
You can pay something. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, they're gonna go to jail for many years, and we just gotta get them there. Like I feel like I'm watching Yellow Jackets, but this is at least more exciting. But like it's slightly different way, especially with the Mexico thing. I'm seriously, bro. It's like they're in the wilderness, and we know we're gonna get out. Why the fuck are we doing this? Because every time they show it, Terry's like, "Whoa, it was so scary. I didn't know if we're gonna get out." Yeah, you did, bro. Like you're telling the story right now. You're already out. So
no, it was the point was that nothing was ever the same after Mexico, and they don't get along. But I'm like, they seem like they're getting along now in episode 5. So when they finally do get out of Mexico in episode 10, who cares?
I don't. Duffy getting arrested by Brian and Harvey. They're hoping that they might ask Duffy about what happened at Kenya Johnson. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get that far. I don't know how important Duffy is to the whole process. I really don't know any of this shit. So I mean, clearly they keep on selling drugs until they get caught in the 2000s. So they're gonna be fine. Like even this don't mean shit in the big scheme of things. Yes, Stomping Ground really happened. All right. What do you think it'd be Mickey do with the money to steal? That exactly. Yes. I don't know. I don't gave him he damn near robbed. I don't know. Again, we never get back to what they do. Kato was cold. Yeah.
She betrayed him.
Betrayed relative. I mean, I was it's like, hey, but it's like, but again, we don't know if she was really pregnant. That was Brian's line, and he could have been making that shit up to get him on board. I mean, all that stuff.
No, she had a baby. Nicole had a baby.
Did. Yeah, there was like an episode where she didn't. But then I thought we got an episode where she either got tested or something. It wasn't that just Brian just said it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, there was like it was like she was pregnant, and then it was like when she tried to reveal it to be Mickey, then that's boom, she got shot essentially.
Okay, because I thought Tina is a younger version of Kato. Perhaps. All right, come on. We got to wrap this up so we can get to The Shy. Hopefully the sound will get better.
Our favorite show. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
God, he's so useless.
Big Papa. Papa's pulpit. Let's go.
I mean, nobody gives a fuck.
The return. Anyway.
Anything left for BMF, my friend?
Man, okay. All right. If this is okay, are we sure this is the last season?
50 said it. Again, it wasn't filmed as such, but he
No, so did STARZ. STARZ posted it on Facebook, on their Facebook, that this is it. It's over.
When they filmed this season, did they know filming it that this was the last season?
No, I don't.
Okay. Damn, never mind. Okay. I was going to say, oh yeah, well, I guess I was going to say eventually we're going to have them speed up some shit, but I guess not. There's going to be a lot of there's going to be some holes in this. I don't know, man, because 50 be a troll sometimes. 50 be trolling. Like his last post he just did on Diddy being free. You know what I mean? Call him the gay John Gotti and stuff. I don't know.
He don't play with this, bro.
I have a feeling STARZ is. I would not put it past both 50 and STARZ doing that to hype people watching it even further for the next couple of weeks. I think maybe they saw their ratings kind of going down a little bit. It's like last season, and then now people are watching. I don't know. It can't because it can't go out like this. It can't. This can't be the last season. Not like this. It can't go out like the Wayans brothers. Like what? Like those. a whole thing we never got to. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
y'all let Rachel and Ross resolve their shit and Friends, but we can't end BMF the way we want it. So I don't know. So anyway, all right. I guess I'm done predicting. I see y'all in Chicago. Till then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Thanks, Chris. We'll see you next room. All right, Jamani, you next. What's on your heart?
I'm like, I don't know what that. Just kill Jay Push, and I guess what the hell else do you do for the rest of the season? But I'm like, that's like the only thing left. I'm like, your artist is gone. What, we're gonna go back and if they can, what do you call it? You know, this, I don't know, pimp daddy guy or whatever who originally had her contract. If he's the one who set her up to be shot, they have to retaliate. So now violence has to come into play. So what? Unless they're gonna hold him down and force feed him crack like they did Lamar, so to say, I'm like, what do we? I don't know.
I hear you, Jamani. I hear you.
This whole Nicole baby thing, I'm like, it really don't move the story forward, so I really don't care. I'm like, it just gives drama between her and Lucille, but that's pretty much where it's gonna die at. I'm more interested in finding out about Boone snitching, because he's snitching. I'm like, it's no
he just gets out.
It's no coincidence that the guy that they set him up with, you know, flipped on them because of some embezzlement or whatever the story is that this cop told Markeisha or whatever, and now he's all of a sudden out the week later. I'm like,
well, for the record, that's Markeisha's story. Just we didn't actually see that happen. So that's what she told Boom. So we just have to assume it's true. I mean, just and maybe they're trying to wrap it up off camera. I don't know.
Yeah. As I said, Lamar behind me, Lamar. That I think that might be the best death of the entire series. More of that.
Episode 10. All right.
I'm like, because he doesn't even need to interact with BMF. He just be killing all these other people.
Like
they're out of state. So unless he's gonna go to Atlanta or St. Louis or something like that, how are you gonna get to Meech?
I don't know. We gotta get to Chicago, Jamani.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Thanks, Jamani. Anything? All right, you say no. All right, you are on mute, but I'll tell you. You said goodbye.
My bad. Like, comment, subscribe.
Thanks, Kim. All right, we see you in Chicago, guys. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. We gotta get to our next.
I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching people in the chat.
I enjoy the view. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
What do I go there?
Oh shit.
Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
Anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.